Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, guys? Thanks for coming by the podcast today. Hopefully, everybody has had a good weekend. Hopefully, it was a weekend filled with wins and war robots. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Alright, just let me know if the audio is good, sounds good. Alright, there we go. And welcome to the podcast. So, this is my normal Sunday podcast. And for today's podcast, there is a lot to talk about. We've got update 5.4, just dropped a few days ago on Android and iOS. Not sure if Steam and Game Room got it yet, but seems that everybody else has. And lots of stuff in the update. And then we also have the brand new feature Titans coming to War Robots sometime this winter. And it's currently on the test server. If you guys haven't had a chance yet to go to the test server, download it. Just go to the War Robots test server page on Facebook, and there are links for iOS and Android to download the test server. Highly recommend you do it. And if you record some of your play on the test server and upload it to YouTube, just provide the link in the feedback, and they will give you a little bit of gold, so it's not too bad. And so yeah, there is a lot to talk about. And currently, Islander is MIA. So right now, I'm just gonna get things started with just myself. Hopefully, everything is good for Eddie. I'm sure something just came up, and he will probably be on shortly. So those of you that are looking forward to Islander, I do apologize, but I do expect that he will probably pop in just a little bit late. So yeah, we'll just kind of get some things started, I guess. Brand new robot, the Leech. It is live, and I don't know. It's a little bit different than they tested on the test server. And I'm not exactly happy about that, but there is some confusion. And let me just pull up. Let me see if I can do this here. Click that and click that. There we go. All right. So this is my BattleRec account, and as you see, the Leech is in fact live. It will be available to everybody starting probably tomorrow when the new event starts. So good luck winning him. I do believe that as of right now, that is going to be the only way to get it, is winning it in a giveaway or in the event. But little confusion here with the Leech, and I just wanted to kind of go over it with you guys to start some things off here. Of course, you've got the Leech itself. It has, this is the regular skin that comes with the Leech. There is going to be a legendary skin for it already as part of the Yandi Showdown event. A little bit of purple and dark colors. Looks kind of cool, I guess, but it does have that 5% durability. And then there is this Evo skin, a little bit lighter, kind of gray. It does cost 2,500 gold though, so I don't know if anybody's gonna spend that. Of course, I spent it here on the BattleRec account, but I would never spend that on a paint job on my personal account. I would just wait until I win the legendary skin anyway, because it seems that most robots are going to be getting them. So here we are with the Leech, like I said, and if we go to the specifications here, it says that its ability is 10-second duration, 20-second cooldown, range 600 meters. And that isn't what we kind of were looking at on the test server. I think the latest test server that we had showed it at 350 meters, which is a little bit more in line to what the bot can do. I think sitting out at 600 meters, killing people from behind cover is kind of way too OP and shouldn't be happening. But I can tell you that I did do some testing with this earlier today, and in fact, the range is actually 500 meters. I did attempt from between 501 and 600 meters, and it did not actually apply the ability to the other robot. But at 500 and below, it did apply the Leech's ability. So yeah, even though it does say 600 meters, it's actually working, at least as of right now, at 500 meters. Yes, still not happy about the 500 meters, but yeah, I think it needs to come in. This robot is kind of meant to be a brawler with the amount of damage resistance it gets. So you know, I don't know what their thought process was as far as keeping it all the way out at five or 600 meters. Hey, my dogs are saying hello. Go figure. That's what my dogs do. They know when I'm streaming every Sunday, and they like to be heard. So anyway, that is the Leech, guys. You know, overall, I am not excited about this robot coming to the live server with the extended range that it has. Yeah, Arthur's asking for the shield breaker, and you know, I'm right there with you, man. I wish I had the shield breaker at this point. Been running some squads. You know, I pretty much only run in squads, but you know, there are a lot of clans still running that Ares train, and you know, even though I'm not happy with shield breaker, you know, I'm ready. Give it to me. Let's go ahead and get these Ares out of people's hangars, because it needs to happen. So anyway, if you guys are popping in saying hello, I'm sorry, there is kind of quite a bit of people watching right now, so I may not get to each and every one of you. I'm going to do my best, and I have some great moderators here that will help pass your questions to me through a special Discord channel that I have. So if you guys have questions, go ahead and lay it out, or if you guys have some, you know, opinion. Looks like some of you are not happy about the Leech's range, and like I said, I am right there with you. It needs to be, you know, I think even 350 meters is a bit too far. I think it needs to be at 300 meters. Make it come in, you know, within brawling range for it to use that OP ability. You know, if it's shooting through walls and shields, it needs to be, you know, up close and personal. It's my opinion, and that feedback has been given on each test server, and you know, I thought that that was kind of the direction that they were going to go with it, but unfortunately, it did not turn out like that, at least as of right now. Who knows? You know, something might be patched here in the next day or in the next few hours that makes some changes to it before it actually goes out to the general masses through the event. But who knows? Shining Darkness. Ares train will die when the Leech comes in. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I think the Ares is it's still a very powerful robot, and I honestly, unfortunately, it either needs to get like 2 more serious nerfs, kind of like the Spectre had, or you know, bring the shield breaker. Let's just you know, let everybody load it up in their active module slot and just tear them up until they start taking them out of their hangar. And if you guys run Ares, you know, that's cool. I understand. You know, it's a strong robot. A lot of people have them. Personally, I've made a choice that I do not run the Ares anymore. I haven't run the Ares in months, just because I am very unhappy with how the Ares is being used. And you know, it's even gotten to the point where when we're in our squad, if we go against one of these clans that just runs Ares trains, we only drop 1 bot. You know, we're not going to let them farm silver from us using the Ares train. And you know, some people, you know, may not be okay with you know, our thinking on that, but you know, it gets old. You know, that's just something that we do sometimes. I mean, yesterday we went against one of these clans that runs a bunch of Aries, and we each dropped one bot. I mean, their top guy got like 200k damage. They had one guy that got 201 damage in that match. It was hilarious. We were just laughing. You know, but you know, we're not gonna support their habit, I guess. You know, but you know, I'm not gonna tell you guys to do the same just because, you know, it's a conscious choice we made, and yes, you know, we do take the hit with the you know, the clan cups, but you know, we're gonna take that hit anyway. So just get it over with quick. All right, let me go through some of the chat here. Why nerf the Orkin, Terran, and Gusts? You know, that was last update. We're not really talking too much about that. Yeah, the Gust got nerfed. You know, I still use them. I mean, they're still very viable. The Terran is still strong. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a, you know, a nerf by extending out the time of it, but it still puts out the same damage, which is fine. The Orkin, though, yeah, the Orkin didn't make sense, but I'll tell you why they chose those three to nerf. And that's because everybody has them. That's what they look at. And yes, I know Orkin is not really in Champion League that much. You don't see it. But Master League and below, it is still very, very, very prevalent. And because of that, that's why those were targeted. It has nothing to do with how strong they were or how they were performing. It is strictly, you know, how many people are using them instead of some of the numerous other options. So, you know, that's what it is. Zarathustra, what time does the event start? Ooh, good question. Let's check. Yandi Showdown. Oh, it's not telling me. There was a pop-up. I know earlier today it said 17 hours when I logged in, so I'm guessing probably at like 6 in the morning Eastern time, somewhere around there. Don't, you know, quote me exactly on that because I'm terrible at math and trying to figure it out. But yeah, it does start probably pretty early in the morning. So Teja says Pixonic cheated players. It's supposed to be 350 meters according to the test server. Well, not really, Tejas, and let me tell you why. Because the test server, they don't ever tell us what their final decision is. That was just the latest iteration of what we were testing, but it was still a test. You know, nobody from Pixonic ever said that yes, we are going to leave it at 350 meters. But you know, I mean, it's up to them to release it however they want to release it. You know, they have all the data from testing, and it's up to them to you know, take the feedback that we give them, and if they choose to go along those lines, you know, great. If not, you know, that's their prerogative. This is ultimately their game. Ares train will survive. Well, I hope not. I hope everybody puts shield breaker on every one of their robots that has the active module slot, and everybody just uses it up. I mean, we have an event coming up starting tomorrow. Hopefully people get lots of power cells in that event so that you know, they have a big load of power cells saved up, so when the shield breaker does finally come to the live server, we can just annihilate all the Ares. That's my opinion. Shield breaker makes the Ares and bulwark an easy target. Their purple shield will never be, or will be, over. You know, that is true. Ultimately, you know, the bulwark, you know, anything running an Ansel shield will be susceptible to the shield breaker. But you know, here's the thing: it costs power cells. Many people buy power cells with gold that they paid real money for, and if they want to spend real money to, shoot through a Carnage's shield, whatever. That's a waste of money in my opinion, but, it's up to them. People Achiever. Dropping only one bot is very wimpy. Can't believe you're doing that. Well, I mean, like I said, everybody's got an opinion on it. That's just, we get tired of facing them. Why do we want to spend, 3 or 4 minutes fighting through, all of our robots going against these Ares trains, when, I've got guys in my squad running level 8 gear, and they're maxed out MK2. Yeah, I mean, it gets old, especially, when you hit them, back to back to back to back. It gets old. Oh, Evil Achievers. Are you with CDXX? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know who you're with. Art, thank you very much for that, buddy. Sorry if I'm a little behind here on chat. I'm kind of scrolling a little slow here. Trying to make sure that I do address what people are talking about. Do the Titans belong? I don't. I'm kind of on the fence about the Titans. I got on the test server, I tested them out, and my initial opinion is I thought they were very underwhelming. I was not excited at all playing with Arthur. Yeah, it's giant and that's kind of cool, but it's so slow. And I honestly think it needs more health. If you have a robot that's twice the size and it's supposed to be putting out massive damage and actually turn the tide of battle, be the trump card, which is quoting the developer, it needs to have a little more health. It goes down pretty easy, even by regular robots. So I was not too happy about what it is, but it was the first iteration of Arthur, and gonna give my feedback, and hopefully you guys have been on the test server and give the feedback as well on what you guys think of the Titans. But I think overall the Titans are going to be a benefit, if nothing else, just because it's bringing more health and more damage to the battlefield, which is going to equal more silver. See, Dominic asking Shieldbreaker or Phase Shift. I'm not sure of that question exactly what you mean. Which one would I choose? I mean, I don't personally use Phase Shift right now. It's too pricey for me. 40 power cells. I mean, yeah, it is. A great ability. It's a very strong ability, but there's no real offensive benefit to it. So it's not necessarily going to help me kill things. I mean, in some aspects, I guess it does. If you're running in to like an Ares, Ares train, and you use your phase shift just to avoid getting locked down or whatnot, I could see that being helpful, but I think most people that are using phase shift right now, they're just wasting it. I mean, I can't tell you how many times we go against, clan, and we've got them beat. Even if they're down to one player and his last robot and he's still using phase shift. I mean, come on, that's just a total waste. Save your power cells. But when Shield Breaker hits, I'm putting it on every robot, every one of my robots. Would Halo and Corona be the next nerf? Eventually it might. I can't exactly say, what their plans are. But yeah, I mean, anything that's really prevalent in the game is what they're looking at. But I mean, yeah, even though there's a lot of people using Halo and Corona, um, it's not as prevalent in the lower leagues and middle leagues. I mean, you do see it, but lockdown weapons, they're just there's not as many people with them, and since the majority of the actual player base of this game sits there in those middle leagues, um, that's what they're looking at. All right. James Wolfe doesn't like the idea of the Titans. You can outskill an Ares player 1v1 with a Stalker, not an option with the Titans. I don't know. The Titans, yeah, you're not going to kill one with a Stalker, but, I don't know. I was just, I think they needed to be a little bit buff, more buffed up than they are, at least currently on the test server. All right. So anyway, I showed you guys the new Leech, and let's see, talking about, yeah, Shield Breaker will be 40 cells. Yeah, that is what I'm expecting. Yeah, my slideshow back over here. There we go. All right, so go ahead and move on. So we kind of talked a little bit about the Leech. Just to summarize, I'm not real happy with it, but oh, hey Becky, and happy birthday to you. And I think it is also Buffalo's birthday. If any of you know Buffalo from Clan Box, I don't know if he's watching, but happy birthday to him as well. Oh, next thing on the list here, Yandi Showdown. From what I understand and the way it looks, the Yandi Showdown event is going to be very similar to the last 2 or 3 events that we've had, which I think is a good thing. The thing that we need to look out for is how many of the tokens are they going to be giving us each day? Will it be enough for everybody to open one chest at least? Have one spin. I hope that's the case. Another thing that I'm personally going to be looking at, because it's feedback that I did give them during the last event, was that some of the lower leagues have a very hard time getting those tasks done because the new honor system and the way everything is scored. I think that I gave feedback saying that they need to kind of lower the requirements or scale the requirements accordingly to the lower league folks, just to give them that chance to complete it. But yeah, so they're going to have the special delivery crates once again. I have not yet seen what all is going to be in them. The only thing they've officially said is going to be in them is the Leech, the Behemoth, the Phantom, and the new limited edition weapons, which is the Corona and the Avenger. The Avenger looks pretty cool. It has like a gold lion's head on it, and the Corona just has like some red, red features or design. Looks kind of neat, but I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth me personally. If I win the Corona, I don't know if I'm going to level up some new Coronas, because they are pretty pricey to level up to begin with, and I already have a few that I've leveled up. And the Avenger, though, I don't know. If I win that, maybe I'll level that up, just because it is really cheap, and it's a versatile weapon. You could use it on a lot of different robots. So we'll wait and see on that. But also with the Yandi Showdown, they're going to have the special arena, It's supposed to be a 1 versus 1. One person's going to have a falcon, and the other person is going to have a phantom. And this is kind of an experiment. I have no idea how the payout's going to work, but I hope that it's actually, something that they've thought about, because when you had 6 people going into the previous arena, you had each one dropping like 100 gold or whatever it was, and then they split that pool between the top 3 players. But with only 2 people going in, if it's 100 gold each, if you lose, do you just lose your 100 gold and the other guy gets 200? I don't know. And plus, I think it's going to be pretty random, on which side you're going to be. Are you going to be the Phantom, or are you going to be the Falcon? I think that could be a close fight, but I think, it could go either way. I think if I'm running the Phantom, I think I could probably outplay somebody running a Falcon. But it depends on what weapon is on the Falcon. If it's traditionalist, I don't know these things. So I'm going to be kind of looking at that too, because if it's a really one-sided matchup and, like say the Falcon just wins, 90% of the time, who's going to want to, take that gamble of, which robot are you going to be in? All right, just trying to let me get through the back through the chat here. James Wolf asks, does the shield breaker affect the target or your ability to pierce shields? It actually affects the target. At least that's how I kind of understood it working on the last test server that I had it. You kind of you use it. I don't remember if I was switching targets or not though, but I think it was only the one target. But I'm not exactly sure. I can't really answer that 100%. Big Machete. I wish that they would have not attached the 6th slot to the Titans. My thoughts. Well, I would love to have a 6th slot. And I think that, they're kind of doing the right thing by limiting only Titans to being in that slot. So I don't know. I think I'm kind of okay with it. I personally for a while now have asked them to make like a flex spot, where you can put 1 robot, so you have 6 in your hangar, but you can only drop 5. That way, if you hit a certain map or there's a certain situation in the game, you could drop or choose between, maybe this specialized robot that's a little better in that situation. But they went a different direction. They went with, these giant titans. And, I think once there's more than one and we've had some time to kind of test them and test the hangar, with the 6th slot, I think I'll probably feel a little better about it. But I'm not too sure. I don't know if that answered your question or not. What's up, Michael? So yeah, the Yandi Showdown. That's the event that is starting tomorrow morning. Um, I like I said, I kind of expect it to be pretty much just like the previous couple of events. But we'll see if they did make any adjustments to consider some of the lower league players. Will the Falcon Legendary Pilot be available to win? I can't tell you 100% for sure yes, because they have not officially listed them, but based on, the last event, the legendary pilots that were introduced with that update, they did include in the prize pool. So I'm going to, say yes, they probably are available. And I could actually show you those pilots. I do have them already on my BR account. So there are 3 legendary pilots that came with this update. Hey, my dogs are saying hello again. There is one for the Phantom. Right here, you can see their ability is 20% to the increase to the Phantom's ability. So a little bit more time while you're using your Phantom ability, which is pretty significant for the Phantom because of the speed and the damage resistance that he gets. But that is the legendary pilot. I know some of the early screenshots that were sent out kind of had different numbers, but this is what is currently on the live server. Okay, here is the Nemesis pilot, legendary pilot, Soren Dovas, and his ability specifically for the Nemesis increases the Nemesis ability by 25%. That's so it's gonna last 25% longer. I'm not sure if I really like that ability or not, because one thing that makes the Nemesis very strong is it's really short time frame between its ability. So if you increase that, that means your weapons, built-in weapons, are going to you're going to lose basically 25% because you're still shooting the same number of rockets each time you activate your shield. So with an extended time of using your shield, it's going to delay the next time you can use your built-in weapon by 25%. So I don't know if it's really going to be all that beneficial to get it. I guess it depends on how you play the Nemesis. But I personally, I probably am not going to target this legendary pilot. Some people, though, might be pretty excited if they want to have that shield last just a little bit longer. But that's I don't know, my opinion is it's really not all that great, because there is a little bit of a downside to having it. And then what was the other pilot that came out? Was the Falcon pilot. Okay, here we go. So the final number for the the Falcon pilot's ability is a 10% damage increase to its center weapon. Now that's nice. I saw some of the early screenshots that started off at like 15%. So that would have been ended up like being like 45 or 50% damage increase, which would have been pretty extreme, I think, even for one weapon. I mean, you put a maxed out glory on there, and it's hitting for 50-60k per shot. So they did tone it down some, but I think they might have toned it down a little bit too much. While I would appreciate that 10% extra damage, especially using only one weapon if you're running a traditionalist Falcon, it's not critical. So I don't know, I think the best of the new pilots is probably the one for the Phantom. If you're lucky enough to have a Phantom, I think that one definitely provides the most benefit. The other two, I don't know. I mean, sure, if you have a Falcon, go ahead and pick him up. But if you already have a pilot that you've invested in on a Falcon, I probably wouldn't worry too much about it. That is just my opinion on it, though. Let me know what you guys think about that. Any idea if 25% upgrade discount will be given during the next event? They have not announced that, but they typically do not announce it ahead of time. But we have gotten it in the last 3 or 4 events, so I would expect it to continue. I don't know if it will happen this weekend or next weekend, but I do suspect that we will have that discounted upgrade at some point, in the very near future. I'm personally saving up gold and silver for that, so I can get some of my expensive upgrades done. Aaron asked if I am hyped for the free Titan stuff. I'm excited about the Titans because, like I said, at the end of the day, a Titan, is going to bring another robot to the battlefield. He's going to have a lot of health. Going to do a lot of damage, and that all equates to more silver. And ultimately, when we're playing, I'm going for silver because silver is what gets my stuff upgraded. Yeah, I'm really glad that they're going to give one to everybody once they hit level 30. I think that's great. They did say that it was not going to be Arthur. That is also kind of great because I'm not too hyped about Arthur itself. I'm really kind of hoping that it's something like the Bakal. Because I know the Bakal, as of right now, the artwork at least says that it is going to have flight, and it is a dragon, and all the other dragons fly. So I'm kind of hopeful that we will have a giant dragon flying in the sky, and that would be kind of fun. Overall, I'm really glad that they did decide to give everybody their first Titan. That does help to level things out. I'm sure that better Titans will be available to win or purchase, and that's going to be up to you. If you want to try and win one, or spend money or resources to make one or buy one, that's entirely up to you. But I think everybody having one to start off with, I think, is a great idea. And let me see, one question in here. Do I think the weapon redesign will incorporate a nerf for the Avenger? No, I do not. There is nothing in the update notes as of right now that shows that they are going to move forward with the changes to the machine guns. So no, I don't think there's going to be any nerf to the Avenger. Especially with it coming out with the new special Avenger. And another question here, a little off topic. How often do I get to give feedback to Pixonic developers? How long will Arena stay? Well, I can give feedback pretty much at any time. I'm in a special channel, to contact Pixonic. And there is, that's my primary method of giving feedback. But there are other avenues that I do have as well for giving feedback. So I can give feedback really at any time. But of course, I don't want to hound them, repeating the same thing over and over. How long will the arena stay? That's a good question. Based on the past events, I think they had like 2 or 3 arenas during the event. I think it really depends how long the event itself is going to be going. And that I don't know. The previous couple of events went like 3 weeks, I want to say. So if we get another event going for about 3 weeks, I'd say we'll probably see at least 2 arenas. But we'll have to wait and see. I think we might actually see it a little bit more than that, just because this 1v1 mode, you guys have to remember, it's a test for them. They are testing it out in the arena mode, and I think the reason they're testing it out is because they are thinking about bringing that kind of a mode to the game. Just like we have our way of choosing Beacon Rush, or domination, TDM, free for all, they could add it as a regular mode, that is just 1v1 mode. And they'll have probably small maps and everything with it. So I don't know. That's something. And they did ask during the dev stream, while we're playing this, this skirmish and arena in that mode, give them feedback. They want to hear feedback on that style of play. Monster says you only need 3 or 4 skills to make the Falcon great, and I would agree. A level 40 pilot will do a lot for a Falcon, especially with the traditionalist. Just a few, I would say armor expert, traditionalist, and mechanic, and what else is there? I mean, those would be the 3 key ones for me. And for a 4th skill, I would probably go with I would probably go with the Adamant Guardian. The reason why is because, if you drop your Falcon and you're behind on beacons, you need him to push those beacons. So that extra 25 points of defense will definitely help you out. Jesse Farias says he really likes the idea of the arena being 1v1. Should be much better now. Yeah, maybe. I could see some people really enjoying it. I'm, since as far as I know, you're not using your own hangar or anything because it's going to be just a Phantom versus a Falcon. Do I know, how it's going to be laid out? I don't know. Is there going to be 5 robots in the hangar that they provide? Is it going to be 5 Phantoms versus 5 Falcons? Is it going to be a mixture? Two Phantoms and 3 Falcons, and you have to choose between them. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to try it out. What do I think about the prizes in the Yandi crate? Well, I haven't seen them all, but I'm expecting them to be, power cells, gold, the new robots, the new weapons, the new legendary pilots. So I think it's going to be good. I hope though that there is no components. But if there is components in there, we'll just kind of deal with it. I mean, some people do end up getting a full robot from the components in those kind of chests, but I would much rather have full robot than have to drop a bunch of spins and hope that I get enough components. See here. Going through. Use different weapon for Falcon and 25% extra resistance every time you capture a beacon. Yeah. That one is also a good ability, and you can see on the pilot that I showed you, I do have that on there. But I think that is probably, I mean, it's worth getting when you get the pilot up, to level 60 or 70. I don't think it's one of the primary ones though, because sometimes you're gonna be facing guys that you're trying to shoot to get the beacon to begin with, so you're not gonna get the benefit until you've already won the engagement. Green Apple says don't go for any beacon type skills because when you don't play beacon based modes, it is a waste of a skill. And you are correct. But you know, I think most people, most players tend to play a specific mode more often than not. And obviously, if you know you're a TDM player, you're not going to want that you know, skill. You know, so you know it's really going to be up to you. You know, you're going to have to base it on you know, primarily, you know, how you play personally. Only 18 thumbs up? Come on, guys, says Arthur. Yeah, I appreciate, you know, anytime you can like my videos or live streams, I do appreciate that. It helps with the YouTube algorithm to determine if it's going to recommend my video to somebody or not. Um, and of course, you know, if you want to give it a downvote, you know, I do have a few people that I think do click that downvote or down thumbs down on every video I do, and that's fine. It means that I got a view, and you know, if you really don't like the content, then that's cool. Let me know. But you know, if you're gonna give it a thumbs down, do me the favor and you know, write a comment. And let me know why, because you know, I'm still learning. I'm trying to do the best that I can, and you know, always looking for ways to improve. And I'm just trying to go some of the chat again for bearing with me with that. Go ahead and just back. Go. Ben said you joined late. Thought Islander was going to be here today. You know, he checked in with me last night. Make sure we were good to go, and you know, I imagine something came up. He does, you know, a specific line of work that you know, could sometimes take some priorities and require some you know, last minute things. So you know, I imagine he probably got called into work, and you know, I'm hoping that he might still stop by, but you know, going to do my best to continue on. And you know, I mean, if I've got somebody here that would also like to jump into my Discord, and if you've been a guest before on my channel, feel free. You're always welcome to jump in and join in on the discussion. Apple says, Chief don't care about haters. Every YouTuber. Yep, means that I've made it. When I have the same 2 or 3 people that have notifications turned on just so that they can give me a thumbs down. But you know, like I said, I'm totally okay with it because you know, it still overall helps my my channel, because it gives me that view count, and that is more important than a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And Evil Achiever says, I don't agree with the dropping one bot only, but always leave a thumbs up from two accounts. Many clans will kick you for not fighting. And I get that. But you got to understand that there's a level of frustration sometimes. And in my clan, I don't have superstars. We're not all maxed out. We're just we're regular players just trying to have a little bit of fun. Some of us are a little more competitive than others, but it's all about fun for us. And after hitting the S, I mean we're a triple B or single B. I don't know the first level of B, whatever that is. But we're only a B ranked clan, and when we're dropping against these S clans, 9 out of 10 times, and they're loaded with all Ares MK2, it gets old. It really gets old, and it gets frustrating, and you know we just want to move on to the next match. So, you know, definitely, I appreciate the fact that you do not agree with that, and I understand why. But we just have kind of a different point of view on it. I do appreciate you, still sticking by and giving a thumbs up. But I'm not gonna lie and say that it's something we don't do. I mean, absolutely, we don't do it often. Most of the time, we don't do that. But if we just keep hitting them over and over and over, then yeah, we're gonna get frustrated, and that's what we do. Um, oh, okay. I appreciate that, Evil Achiever. Highlander let you know he just got called into work. Yeah, and like I said, he uh, he was definitely looking forward to this talk. I know he's got a lot of feelings on a lot of these topics. So we are going to have to get him back in and maybe have a continuance next week. I like to do kind of a follow up, especially during the event, so we can talk about it and nitpick it once it actually hits. So maybe we will do that. Green Apple says, "You're. I am a clan leader, and I don't care about how I play, and I also don't care about how my clanmates play. We play the game for fun, and that's it. I'm in it for the fun, guys. Would I like to win? Absolutely. I would love to win. Am I willing to, do some of the things that other clans are willing to do in order to win? No, I'm not. I will not, run an Ares and do an Ares train. Uh, can I? Sure. You know, we can. I mean, we all have Ares, but we choose not to, even though it's an effective tactic, because we don't agree with that style of play. But we just want to have some fun. You see my personal hangar. I have bots loaded up in there that most people aren't running. The Nemesis and the Hades. I mean, you're seeing them a little bit more now, but I've been running them since the start. I preferred them over the Ares, and to me, they're just more fun. And that's why I run them. Of course, the Fenrir, one of my funnest bots, and the Blitz. Blitz is an underrated robot. I don't know if any of you guys watched Adrian's stream today. They did a Blitz squad, and I can tell you, we've done that before with my clan when all 6 of us had blitzes and we drop all blitzes on the start. Man, it can tear up the enemy. A lot of fun. It's a really fun robot and very strong. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are. Um, you're in hardcore. Oh, there, evil. Sorry, it's I got memory issues, so it's kind of hard for me to always remember everybody, but I do my best, and that is right. You are in hardcore over there on Android with, Islander and Mike G. and wizard. So yeah. Let's see. Green Apple, as I've gone up to 98% win rate going solo, and sometimes I've got down to 30% win rate by squatting with your clanmates. Play squad with them whenever they ask you. Squad with Diamond League. Oh, yeah, that's I'll squad with anybody. Heck, we had a new member come in. He was an existing member's brother, so we made a spot for him to come in because family and friends always will take priority, and he got the spot. He came in. It just recently started. I think he was in bronze or silver league, and we had a 5 squad, so we invited him in and we introduced him to some champion league play. So it was actually kind of funny. Um, but yeah, man, just play the game for fun. That's what it's all about. A lot of people kind of focus sometimes on the winning. You know, winning is great. You get a little more silver for it. You feel a little better about it. But just have a little bit of fun. Blitz is rocking, yeah, man. That's one of my favorite robots right now, and you don't see it very often, which is kind of odd because it is such a strong little robot. Uh, ton of fun to play. Ton of fun to play. All right, so let's see. I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm still covering some of this other stuff. So we talked a little bit about the new weapons that are coming with the new event. We talked a little bit about the legendary pilots. Um, and the only other thing with 5.4, they fixed, some bugs, supposedly. I don't know. Some exploits. Oh, they did actually fix legendary trophies. I can confirm that. So your Legend League trophies that stack up in Champion League are visible once again. So definitely can confirm that that happened. And part of the event also was a ton of new paint jobs. A ton of new paint jobs. And, I did one of these pictures in my slideshow here does show some of the new legendary paint jobs that have been released, and some of them are pretty cool looking. Others, honestly, look like crap. I'm sorry, they do. But you know what? I would use them if they got a buff, and I have it. I definitely use it just for the the stats on it for the durability. But yeah, like the one for the yeah, let's do this again. Go. This one is just ugly. It's horrible. Well, not this one. I like the Infinity one, but that is just ugly. Who wants a baby poop brown nemesis? Yeah, no thanks. I mean, when I get it, am I gonna use it? Probably, but I really wish they would have given the Infinity, the extra paint or the extra durability. Which one? Let's see, I don't know, there was quite a few other ones that got picked up. Obviously, I showed you the one for the Leech already earlier in the stream. Um, oh, this one got 2 legendary paint jobs. Makes no sense to me, but hey, one of them comes from the next Operation Typhoon. We haven't really touched on that topic as of right now because we're still in this operation. We have a little bit of time before the next operation comes, but it looks like they did preload some things in there for it. And the Blackbird, which is an existing paint job already, so nothing new there, but it does give the durability. But the Praetorian here kind of looks all right. I don't I don't I think the Blackbird looks a little bit better for a war machine, but this one doesn't look bad, and it does have the durability boost to it. So Uh, there is always that. Another one though that looks kind of terrible in my opinion was this one right here, the Hades, which is also going to be part of the Operation Raging Typhoon. This one, yeah, it looks pretty. Looks like some dirty copper. You know, I don't know. Uh, not very attractive. Definitely not their best work as far as paint job. But it is what it is. Not sure what else got paint jobs. Oh, there was the tier got one. Looks all right, I guess. Not too much different than the original. Oh yes, the Alquin. I did not post this in my video, talking about the update, and I did not, bring it up anymore because, while it is a new skin, it's not legendary. It's just, a 500 gold skin, so a cheap skin for a cheap bot. Looks all right, I guess. If you want a yellow flying dragon with no defense, maybe a little bit shinier when it's falling out of the sky. What else? Not too many other. I mean, there were. Oh, this one. This paint job actually looks kind of nice. This one they put a little more effort into. It's kind of the shiny gold theme with this update apparently, but they left a lot of the black, so this still looks like a menacing robot. So definitely would be glad to get this one, and this is part of the Yandi Showdown event, so hopefully I win it. So that does kind of remind me, somebody was asking me about the prizes, and I did forget to mention that I imagine these paint jobs are also going to be prizes in the crates, because I can't think of any other way for them to give them to us other than winning them in the crates. So hopefully if you win one, it's for a robot that you have and use. But yeah, there are quite a few new paint jobs coming into the game. This one is once again for the next operation, and it was an existing paint job, so nothing great there. And I think that's probably it for the paint jobs. I might have missed one or two, but I think you guys definitely have the idea with the what's coming as far as that goes. Switch back here. Go. Benito says the Hades and Nemesis paint job look like crap. Yeah, they literally do. Yeah, they look like baby poo. Austin Gaming said in his clan, we don't shoot each other. If we see each other in a battle, we have fun. We at least keep up in the positive instead of the negative rank. Yeah, and we kind of do the same thing in my clan. If we go against each other, we run into our clan on the red team, we avoid shooting them. But if that's just to give them the opportunity to try and be in the top three, in case if they're going to lose against a full squad of us. I mean, but we don't sit and try and give them tons of damage. After we mech out their 5 teammates. We don't do that. But yeah, will we let them get a little bit of damage off of us? Sure. Not but we're not going to go overboard. And but like yesterday we dropped during the stream, we were running like a 5 or 6 squad and had another squad going, and we ended up going against each other, and man, we just crushed them. Yeah, sorry Ben, killed you a few times, but yeah, I mean, but it was fun. I mean, we met up against each other, and in the end the clan ended up positive, so it was all right. But we they were like a 5 squad and we were a 6 squad, and we just we had some fun. It was actually a lot of fun. Oh yeah, the Aljun did get a skin. Sorry, I didn't show that one, Austin Gaming. Uh, at least it's still a white dragon, so we can keep calling the Aljun the white dragon, because his legendary skin is white. But keep in mind, there's like at least two more skins that they're going to be releasing for the Aljun from the art competition that they had. Uh, where where people submitted their designs for the Aljun, and I believe they picked two of them turn into paint jobs. So I don't know if they'll be legendary or regular. Probably will be regular. Let's see. Lone is reminding people that the test server is up. Man, they have some weird hours for that test server. Need some Leech gameplay as we chat. I'm really not wanting to run a game. I mean, I suppose I can maybe run a game for you, but I try to make this podcast a podcast. So not really so much about the gameplay, because this does get posted up on BeanPod and on iTunes podcasts, and if I do some gameplay, then you know those viewers, they're not really viewing, they're listening. Uh, there's no video. It's just the audio that gets posted up there. They wouldn't get to see it. Dogs, my dogs are saying hi again. This Deathwing can use other paint jobs. Well, that's I mean, some people have said that, like the at the Booger Aries that came out. Um, but I mean, if we're getting kind of like a super cool, redesign robot, something like the Deathwing, you have to decide: are you going to stick with that, put the resources into it, or do you want the regular one that you can change paint out on? I so personally, in my opinion, I'm okay with the special editions. Not being able to use the other paint. And something especially like the Deathwing. Even though it looks similar to the regular Ares. I mean, not Ares. The regular Aljun. It is actually different. So I mean, the surfaces, the build, everything is actually different. So those skins technically would not even fit on it. Jesse says the champion crate definitely needs more power cells. Yes, I am 100% with you on that. I have given much feedback to Pixonic, um, and I was supposed to have a personal chat with Topsla about it. Unfortunately, that did not actually end up taking place, so I'm kind of going to follow up on that and see if we can get somewhere, because yeah, as of right now, champion crate is ridiculous. It's and that's I have a whole nother podcast just talking about how ridiculous that is, with the honor point and the redesign system between master and champion crate. um, yeah, and I know they did address it on two dev streams ago, but their response doesn't hold any water. So right. So, anybody got any questions here? I'm probably going to start wrapping things up in the next 10 or 15 minutes. But any questions about 5.4? Any opinions? I mean, what do you guys think overall of this update? Um, I've kind of given my opinion on most of the parts of it, but it's, I mean, let me know what you guys think too. I am interested in hearing your opinions and thoughts and questions. Um, you know, I think the biggest disappointment for me in 5.4 update was Shieldbreaker was not with it. I am ready to get these Ares trains out. I want them out. That one, that Shieldbreaker is going to be the fastest way to do that. Yeah, a couple of you are looking to go to the test server. Hopefully, you guys get the Arthur with the rockets, because that one is by far better than the other two. The other two I would not even consider using in a hangar. They're just terrible. Yeah, Austin, the Baikal Al Shun, that is going to be its name as your favorite Titan. Yeah, it looks cool. I think that one is definitely going to have the most benefit. Might be a little more fun to play. Tejas asking if I will level Igniter if I win in this event. Igniter was in the last event. I did win several Igniters, and I have leveled them up on my personal account. I'm currently running 2 Igniters and a Glory on my Fenrir. I love that build. If you're asking, though, in this event, I believe they're going to be giving away the Corona and the Avenger. Now, you might be right, though. They may be giving the regular versions. They might be introducing the regular version of the Igniter. The Igniter and the Hussar, right? I think the Igniter, Hussar, and Avalanche. They might be introducing the regular versions of those here. They should be hitting the. I was expecting them to actually hit the workshop already, but they might actually be giving them away also as prizes in the crates. I didn't really think about that. It is entirely possible. So, but yeah, I mean, if you end up with an igniter specifically, yeah, I mean, it's a great weapon. Very expensive to level, but does a great job. Green Apple asking, what is the league of my own account? My main account is Champion League. It's been Champion League for quite a while. And my free-to-play account, my first one, is also Champion League. That one made Champion League a while ago too, and I don't play it as often anymore, but I do at least get it qualified every month, and I always requalify in Champion League on that, and that is my free-to-play account. And I have another free-to-play account as well that is kind of my baby account. I keep it a little bit lower by basically not playing it often. I only play it at certain times when I'm getting footage, but that one is in like Silver League, between like silver or low gold. But that is just if I need to get some low level footage for some reason. But yeah, mainly it's definitely in Champion League, my main account. And I'm James Wolf. So Leech, Shieldbreaker, 1v1 arena, special skin for 2 weapons. Does that cover it? Well, kind of. You did forget about the Titans. Of course, the Titans and the Shieldbreaker are not in just yet. But yeah, that is a fair synopsis. Arthur asking, will they ever fix the problem with bots running downhill? Oh, you know what? I wish they would. It is trying to get, especially I don't know. There's certain robots. Some robots are a little worse than others, but like my Fenrir, for example, going down a ramp, it is ridiculous. You do like this shuffle step, and it takes forever just to get down. As of right now, the only workaround is to actually go down at a 45-degree angle. That way you don't actually get the shuffling and the pauses. But yeah, I really do hope they're going to fix that. I know they're working with some advanced walking that's connected to the Titans, and hopefully that code will apply to some of the regular robots as well. Green Apple, Ares Train is dead. Shieldbreaker is extremely bad addition. I didn't like the Shieldbreaker before. I think it's a little more acceptable to me now that only you can shoot, the robot, and it doesn't actually take down their shield. It just allows you to go through it. I think that's a lot more acceptable than how it was originally. But as far as the Ares Train being dead, it is not dead on iOS. So there are plenty, and after the last update, there was fewer. People kind of backed off from the Ares Train, but then as we kind of went on, they just started putting the Ares back in their lineup and going right back to it. So it is still very much alive. Just a little bit easier to counter, but still ridiculous because when they drop 6 Ares, even if you stop one train, they just drop another 6 Ares and do it again. So it's, I mean, a lot of the clans that we go against that do that, they're still running 4 Ares and 1 Ao Jun. That's their lineup, all MK2. Jesse says, we have to make sure what little are left are completely killed with the shield breaker. I agree with that 100%. I'm on board with killing the Ares. And for those of you that invested in Ares, I'm sorry if you don't agree. Just, hopefully after we destroy them and get them out of, the meta, hopefully, it'll probably be safe to bring them back, running solo or one here or there. People will eventually stop using shield breaker and start putting, some of the other active modules on. But I think the Ares will still survive. But I think in mass, it's not going to be there anymore. American Monster says, thanks for using the pics I sent you. Yep, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you sending me that early before I had access to it. Kamikaze says, Ares isn't even OP. Why do we need the shield breaker? Well, I would disagree on that. I think the Ares is still ridiculously OP. It is not anywhere near balanced. The combination of speed, damage, and defense all on one robot is just, it's ridiculous. My opinion, but we can completely disagree on that. I'm totally okay with that. Tejas asking me to run Thunder and Gust on a Strider. I could do that maybe sometime. I mean, I would prefer Glory and Gust, or just having that lockdown. But I'm sure well, I know a Strider does very well with shotgun builds. When will the event be on? Game Lover is asking. It'd be starting tomorrow morning. All right, so looks like I'm not really seeing too many questions or anything in here, so I think I am probably going to look to start wrapping things up here. John Strader says Mr. Perfect on iOS has 5 hangers of only Aries, all green. Yeah, I don't think it's there. Let me I can pull that out. Because yeah, that is a good example of how bad things are, or how extreme some things are. So, this right, Mr. Perfect from C Star. Look at his hanger. He is currently 3rd in Legend League. Okay, so his first hanger only has 2 Aries. He is switching over to Phantoms. That is good to see. His second hanger is Aljun and Aries. Not too bad. But you can see that these were some of his Aries. He did have 2 hangers like this one with Corona and Halo. Looks like he is currently leveling up some other weapons, but here is another hanger, not leveled up though. So yeah, he doesn't have all of his leveled up robots in here anymore, but looks like he is making the switch currently over to Phantom from Aries. Phantom is a strong robot, but I think you were right. I don't remember ever seeing 5 full hangers, but I know he did have at one point 2 hangers of identical Aries, all maxed MK2, max pilots, with Corona and Halo. So he had 10 Aries, Corona, and Halo. Let's see what Reese is running here. He is the currently the top one. Looks like he too is moving over to Phantoms. He only has 2 Aries in his hangar right now, and 1 Aljun. So some of them are making the change, but for the most part, a lot of the clans are still running the 4 Aries and 1 Aljun setup. Yeah, that is iOS's Legend League. But let's see. Make it worth it with good equipment. Game Lover is asking. You know what? It's a fun bot. I'll tell you that. It isn't the strongest. Can it work in Champion League? Sure, absolutely. It can be effective in Champion League with the right equipment and the right person playing it. It is. I do still want to eventually level up mine on my personal account, but yeah, it is a very fun robot to play. You're moving super fast. You've always got your ability coming up. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play. So if you want to play a robot for fun, just play the robot for fun. It doesn't really matter, if it is meta or not. This is a game. Try to have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, absolutely. I had a lot of fun playing with the Raker. It is definitely a very fun robot. Will there be modules in the special event? Good question, Doc. I don't know. They did have a couple of them in the last event. That was the first time they ever included modules. I'm still hoping that they will actually add modules to the gold chest. I think the premium modules should all be in the gold chest, in my opinion. They actually cost less gold than some of the robots that are in there, or the weapons that are in there. So it would be really, really cool to see them make that change. But I don't know, Doc. I can't really answer that for sure. Patrick Merlot, Ares train is live and well. Need shield breaker. Hey, I'm right there with you. You know, a lot of the clans that we face, when we're running in a squad, absolutely, they are still loaded with Ares. It might be a little different on Android, but iOS top clans still loaded with Ares. Green Apple says Ares will become completely out of meta just like the Spectre. I think for the health of the game, that's a good idea. My opinion, of course. But by the Ares getting driven out of the meta, it would actually benefit those players that run solo that still run an Ares. Because once the Ares are pretty much out of the meta, people will stop using Shield Breaker. Unless a new robot comes into the game with like an OP shield. But I don't think that's going to happen. So I think in the long run, taking the Ares down hard will actually help the the average player that runs an Ares. When they're playing solo, because at the end of the day, the Ares is still a very viable bot, at least right now. And if they are trying to nerf it by introducing the shield breaker, I think that's better for people that own Ares than actually nerfing the Ares directly, because once they make a change to the robot, it's changed. Now you got to deal with that. But as it is right now, the robot is still very strong, very viable, and the shield breaker really is, I think, designed to drive it out of the meta, like Green Apple said. But I think in the long run, it's going to actually help those players that have them, that invested in them, and just run solo. Michael Thompson said if the Falcon Legendary Pilot skill was 50%, you were prepared to drop $300 to get 5 of them. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I think 10% is good, but I think I'm not I'm not gonna be like, oh hey, let me get it. I need it, and it's not that good. Doug asking, are they going to fix the targeting? Yeah, I wish they would. I think they're always making adjustments to it. I could tell you that. They do constantly make adjustments to some parts of the game. Are they going to fix it? I don't know. I don't know why it's so difficult. But yeah, I think targeting actually has gotten worse over the past couple updates. So we'll see. John Strider asking, how good is Fenrir with Pulsar and Glory? People tend to have Coronas instead. I don't think it would be very good. The reason for that is because it is a tank robot, and tanks benefit from things like shotgun or something that has splash damage, something that can damage multiple enemies at one time. Because if you're actually tanking with that robot, straight up face-to-face brawling and tanking like the robot is designed, a single target weapon is not nearly as effective. You do see a lot of people running them with like Redeemer and Tyrants, and it's a very strong setup for damage, but not for tanking. So then at that point, you're not tanking with the robot, even though you're a very tanky damage dealer. but taking on multiple robots would not be too much fun with any kind of single target weapon. Jesse saying that people are still running Ares because they spent too much money on it and that's all they have. Part of that is probably correct. Plus, they gave away tons of Ares over the past few events. So everybody's got Ares. And yeah, a lot of people invested, and for people that aren't rich and dropping tons of cash, then yeah, that's what they've got to work with. I don't know. They can get something else if they need to. Hotshot says after Shieldbreaker, stealth and resistance bots will reign for a while. Yeah, for a little while. I think you might see an increase in them. Absolutely. And okay, it looks like Lone was nice enough to post a few times for the test server. So please, it helps everybody to run the test server and give the feedback. Most important thing is the feedback. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up. I appreciate everybody that came by and stuck with me for the duration of the stream. I do apologize for Islander not making it to the stream, but real life does take priority sometimes, and if he got called into work, it was probably something very important. So we will catch up with him next time, and I'm sure that I know he's been asking me all week about this stream, making sure we were good, and so I know he's really excited to share his thoughts on